What's up, guys? Welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week, episode 147. I've got 5 trending niches for you to target to increase your print-on-demand sales. Let's get to it. Let's kick things off with my Amazon merch sales update. In the last week, I did 394 sales. 316 came from the US market. That's where I optimized my uploads for, and that brought in $1,222 in royalties. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I do post daily sales updates to my story, as well as in-depth monthly updates that include my ad spend on the first of every month for Amazon merch. So check that out. It's linked in the description. All right, top 5 niches of the week. Let's kick it off by looking at the top 10 best-selling non-IP protected brands. And I'm using Podly, by the way. If anybody's wondering what my niche research tool that I use is, it is called Podly. And I actually just updated my full print-on-demand course with the research module to do like a full Podly tutorial. But if you want to use Podly, it's pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward. You can find a link in the description. So you can see here that St. Patrick's Day is really dominating, and then you've got the I'm not old, I'm classic shirt that just sells extremely well year round. For real, that one shirt is making somebody multiple full-time incomes by itself, which is just crazy, especially when you consider that Amazon does all the work for them. So that's a true blessing to have uploaded that shirt for whoever owns it. And the rest is what you'd expect. A lot of St. Patrick's Day, with that coming right around the corner. What is the actual date? Looks like Friday, March 17th. So we got about 12 days until St. Patrick's Day, and probably another 9 days or so of sales that are going to spike leading up to then. Niche number 1, accordingly, is going to be St. Patrick's Day, but it's St. Patrick's Day 2023. All right, maybe there is something new about the 2023 spin on St. Patrick's Day that we can detect by adding a qualifier in our search terms. Instead of just saying St. Patrick's Day, let's say St. Patrick's Day 2023. And what do you know? I think it's safe to say there are a couple like interesting design takes for 2023. Even behind me here, there's a tie-dye clipping mask applied to a shamrock. You can see there's actually 2 in the top 10. And also notice the gritty. All right, you remember how the dab was so big for a long time? It's still big. You could do the dabbing leprechaun, the dabbing T-Rex, the dabbing unicorn. Well, I think it's probably safe to say we have a new thing. We have the gritty. All right, but the only thing that worries me about the gritty is that it is a dance that, as far as I know, and I'm not that plugged into pop culture like I used to be, I'm pretty sure it was made popular by Justin Jefferson, who's like a really mega famous and ultra talented, probably the best wide receiver in the NFL. That's like his touchdown dance. And I mean, now everybody's doing it, but that worries me. You know what I mean? I've definitely seen the gritty shirts, and I've never once, I don't think, recommended to sell them. But when I say St. Patrick's Day 2023, it's kind of like an all-encompassing, hey, St. Patrick's Day is selling really well. Keep up with current trends. Not that when you add the word 2023, it's going to perfectly show you all the new trends, but it does do a pretty good job. I mean, you can see here that these shirts are indexed on 2023. That means when customers go to Amazon, they type in St. Patrick's Day 2023, they're buying these shirts, all right, specifically. And the gritty hasn't been that popular for that long, so it makes sense that that's, you've got 3 of them popping up, in the top 10. Let's see if the word gritty actually shows up here on the in-depth keywords. Yeah, so check this out. When we look at the keywords provided by Podly, this is in the in-depth view, all right, the detail view. By the way, you get the BSR history, price history, all that good stuff. You have some long tail keywords here behind me, which can be great for advertising. Podly really is the most bang for your buck that you're going to get. If you use my link in the description too, you get a discounted rate. That's the best discount you're going to find. Look at the top 2 keywords here. Leprechaun, gritty, dance, St. Patrick's Day 2023. I mean, there's your keywords right there. You know what I mean? Leprechaun gritty or leprechaun gritty dance. And then, of course, the next set is St. Patrick's Day 2023. Niche number 2, Purim. Purim, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I believe when I looked it up, it was a, let me see, what is Purim? Purim is I'm just reading off Google here, Jewish holiday which commemorates the saving of Jewish people from Haman, an official of the Achaemenid Empire. I'm usually not that bad at reading, but that's an awkward word. Achaemenid Empire, sorry, I know nobody cares about my reading disability here, who was planning to have all of Persia's Jewish subjects killed as recounted in the book of Esther. All right, Purim is a, I guess, a Jewish holiday here. And you can see, just look at the BSRs, guys. 47,000, 174,000, 175,000, 186,000. Behind me, 199,000. I believe that this date is probably coming up like in the very near future. I think within a couple days. But that doesn't mean that shirts won't sell after the fact. A lot of times shirts will sell the day of, because that's when it's like really on everybody's mind. And there's even sub niches, like we just said, from Haman, right? Wasn't that one of the, they saved them from Haman. So look at the top selling shirt. Not today, Haman. So check that out, guys. It looks like there's a lot of sales potential here. And then even like other niches like Queen Esther, all right? Or this is my Purim costume. So it looks like there's some pretty clear cut sub niches here that are selling quite well. Not as good as St. Patrick's Day, but hey, you know what I mean? Sometimes you pivot to something a little less obvious and you make sales that are a little bit less competitive. Niche number 3. Oh, before niche number 3, guys, quick plug for my free print-on-demand mini course. You can find it linked in the description. It's rewritten for 2023. I'm actually still writing it, so there might be a gap between emails. But my goal is to send like a 2 or 3 week long, like actually really good print-on-demand course to get you set up and get you going and actually get you where you should be making sales, not just say, hey, you're here, do this, you've done the minimum, and then wonder why you don't make sales. I'm trying to make it like really good, so I hope you'll take advantage of that. It's linked in the description. Also, my print-on-demand Facebook group is linked down there. Niche number 3, I just typed in the word reading. Now, there's been a couple like under the radar, or maybe not under the radar, depending on if you celebrate reading holidays, but there's been some like reading related holidays. I don't know that there is one main one, but there's been definitely some reading related holidays. And check out the BSRs on reading shirts. This is definitely, I'd say, outperforming their average BSR, and you don't need to guess. Podly, which is super useful, doesn't just show you the BSR currently, they show you the BSR 30, which is the average BSR over the last 30 days. They're in that number 1 spot, current BSR 23,000, average BSR in the last 30 days, 170,000. Definitely outperforming. Number 2 spot, 23,000 BSR currently, average BSR in the last 30, 93,000. That being said, like, I just want to note, I don't know what those like elephant characters are, but I definitely see them in the first 2. If that's like an IP protected brand that needs to be filtered out, definitely like don't sell that. You got to do a little bit of due diligence here. Like some of these reading shirts are definitely, let's say, Dr. Seuss themed, but I think whoever's selling them is trying to like fly under the radar. So I would be careful about that. And then right behind me here, if I hide myself for a second, that's what I do. I read books and I know things. It's kind of going back to that like Game of Thrones parody. I would be really careful about that. You know, we got away with selling those for like a good 2 years probably. Actually, Game of Thrones was out for a long time. We got away with selling those for a long time. But I think they got like kind of clamped down on it probably in like 2019, 2020. So I personally wouldn't be selling those kind of Game of Thrones parody quote things anymore. By the way, quick resource for reading shirts specifically. Did you know if you join Creative Fabrica, which I think they brought the price down to like $4.99 a month, something incredibly low, and I'm pretty sure you can get it even cheaper if you buy the annual plan, you can get bundles of pre-made really nice designs that you can then go customize. You can use them as is. You can do whatever you want, really, as long as you have your Creative Fabrica active subscription. Here's an SVG bundle with 15 really nice designs. You can see you can use them on things like coffee mugs. You can use them on, of course, t-shirts. I'm going to link to this bundle in the description along with Creative Fabrica so you can subscribe at the highest discounted rate possible. I'll link it in the description, and of course it supports the channel, and that's much appreciated. Niche number 4, Pi Day. All right, I've already said, you've heard me talk about it. I really like Pi Day designs specifically. There's a lot of fun ones. I love that 3.14 backwards kind of spells the word pi in English letters, which, I mean, is that a coincidence? I don't know. That's weird, right? I mean, sometimes I'm like, do we live in the Matrix? I don't know. But that one, to me, I love that shirt. Honestly, I might have to buy that for myself. If you see me wearing it next week in the top 5 niches of the week video, you'll know that I bought it. All right, niche number 5, Shamrock Retro. All right, Shamrock Retro. Sometimes I see some designs indexed on, or it doesn't even have to be indexed on St. Patty's Day. This was just a bestseller in general without even seeding with a seed keyword. Right here in that one spot, the 16,600 BSR shirt. And I mean, honestly, I just typed in Shamrock Retro, but you can see this shirt has been steadily increasing in sales as indicated by the purple line. And as it sees increased demand, the seller of this shirt has been increasing the price gradually. It looks like it's about $17.98 actually. You can see right there. And you can see some of these keywords to target: Shamrock, Smile, Face, Disco, Retro, Groovy. A lot of that like retro, disco, groovy keywords associated with t-shirts have been doing really well for the last, year plus. So seeing it associated with St. Patrick's Day designs made me say, hey, we already did St. Patrick's Day 2023. Why not St. Patrick's Day Retro or Shamrock Retro? All right. And there's definitely, it's like a design style. And if you don't know how to execute some of these designs, I mean, challenge yourself if you have time to learn something new, or, go to Creative Fabrica, where you can probably find a bunch of professional designers selling graphic assets that you can then use in your own, custom designs. All right, emerging trends. These are shirts that have significantly outperformed their current BSR relative to their BSR 30. Okay, and you can see they do it on a percentage basis. So we have some reading shirts, some St. Paddy's Day shirts, pretty much what you'd expect. A shirt that says Rainmaker, another one that says Teach Cursive. Perhaps the cursive niche could be trending. I didn't look into it, so maybe you should go check. Behind me here, Chick Magnet, all right? And a librarian shirt right there. So a lot of the reading / library / librarian stuff seems to be doing well. Oh, and real quick, Peeps. I do not recommend selling any shirt that says Peeps. We see them every year, and then every year we see a wave of people in the comments and in the Facebook group saying, oh, I uploaded a design that got rejected. Anybody know why? And it's the Peeps. And it's like, all right, it's just not worth it. Looking ahead, these are trending, I don't know what to call them. These could be trends. They're kind of the one-off, kind of random, less obvious holidays, and they're at least a month out. So April 5th is National Walking Day. April 5th, also Passover begins. April 6th, National Burrito Day. And who doesn't want to celebrate that? I mean, come on, yum. April 7th, Good Friday. April 9th, Easter Sunday. There's a Mexican place down the street, honestly. It's delicious. And the best part is I found out I can get it delivered. You know me. I'm like working all day. If I can get it delivered, I'm like, hey, I'm all about that. They make great burritos. They make great taco salads. So, all right, the archive. This is 11 months ago. This is what was selling really well. So we're looking back in time, but we're doing it 11 months back. That way we have, if we see anything here that has potential, we can sell it now, and we have at least a full month to kind of get it ranked, get it indexed, and ideally fully capitalize on whatever the trends were. Also, hey, what do you know? Look at the best-selling shirt 11 months ago. I'm not old, I'm classic. BSR 8,900. Absolutely insane. Whoever is selling that shirt, please just message me. You can be anonymous, but let me know how much money you make. I want to know how much money you take home a year from that shirt. I know we have tools that can estimate it, but like, I want to know for real what you're like. You just filed taxes. Let me know what you had to file to the IRS from that shirt alone. I want to know. All right, remove designs. There's a couple here that I wanted to just quickly touch on. The Raise Hell, Praise Dale. We saw that design selling really well, and I was like, I mean, number one, it's clearly like alluding to NASCAR, but then it's also like, I think Dale Earnhardt Jr. Or Dale Earnhardt Sr. I don't know. I know that they both raced, but anyways, there was another one here. Oh yeah, the Dalmatians here. You know what I mean? Some of these designs we see selling really well, and then all of a sudden they're removed, and it's like, okay, that was predictable, right? The other ones, I don't know why all of them are removed, honestly. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Quick plug for my full print-on-demand course. I recently updated almost all of it for 2023, including redoing completely like some of the modules, including the Amazon print-on-demand for Seller Central. All right, if you guys follow my daily Instagram updates, you know I'm making a killing doing Seller Central. You guys know me for like my merch sales, but hey, I make a lot of money on Seller Central too, just using the same designs that I made for Amazon merch specifically. So, I mean, if you're not like fully capitalizing on the work you're doing for any one platform that you sell on, please consider checking out the course. It pays for itself if you actually use it. I mean, it easily pays for itself, for real. If you check my income reports, come on now. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and my private community. I do weekly updates, like weekly live streams, weekly office hours. They're very productive, getting a lot of great feedback. The Friday office hours are very collaborative. So if you want to learn directly with me and have me help you directly, that's a great opportunity. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow with a new video.